The preview is starting. Move to the front.
Test, 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 test. Starters, thanks everybody for coming. We're going to start here with Hofschulte. I guess now he's ready to roll. As soon as this is over, the food will be ready. I think it's ready now. They'll have it out here before too long. Shortly after, we'll start the sale 7. That's really all I got. Again, thanks everybody for coming. Here's Nick.
Well, thanks Garrett and Claire for having us out again this year. I brought some last year and really liked the sale and got good homes for them and everything worked out good. We got 3 that we brought to you. We're going to go ahead and dump them out here. Our leadoff is going to be this big pig with the spot in his side. He's out of the same sow as the reserve dark that we had at Dallas last year. And that sow went on her fall litter, or summer litter, went on and had the reserve granite Coba, the show that we had there at Tulsa this spring. This pig's sired by Icon. Icon's the boar that we purchased from G&S at Heimer's farm sale there a couple years ago. He's a next square edge blue cat, as good as it gets there from Hilty, out of that Hilty bred that G&S had. Then that sow come from Brenning. Goes Honest Truth and goes back to Curtin Call's mother. But that will be our leadoff, the pig there that Brooks got, one of the white shorts. That's going to be our leadoff, number 2, number tag 102. Then the second pig we run is going to be our little guy there. That's another Icon. That sow is one that Chris purchased from Morgan there. Up there at Kurt Morgan there in Iowa. That sow's a man of honor, bone thug, back on that Icon boar. Maybe a smaller one that if you feed a lot of pigs, you can kind of work into anywhere if you're going to go on to like a January show, maybe even. I know it's crazy to think, but just kind of got to let them tell you where they need to go these days. Then the litter mate to him's our pig we're going to end with, tag number 130 or 132. He's an Icon, man of honor, bone thug as well. One there that we think works real good for like Dallas or some age of that, some show that time of the year. If you got any questions, we're just pinned right here by the wash rack. Again, thanks for having us out here. 3 of them that we believe in, that we think can go on out and perform and do something for their new owners. Thank you all for having us again.
The next 3 in here would be Mays, and I guess KP is going to talk them. 3 that I like a bunch. When he unloaded them yesterday, I thought looked very nice. Here's Caden.
Well, thanks Garrett and Claire for having us back here again. Brought a trio of them this time. Our leadoff male will be the belt there on the far side. She's got the stick on. That'd be a roll call Anchorman Dirty South. The Dirty South sow would have been my grand at the expo in 2019 that Laird bought. We'd have bought a direct daughter out of her there. His mother would have actually raised the reserve middleweight gilt at Phoenix in her first litter, and then this past time she had the 5th out dark cross bear there at OYE. It was very well received in the state of Oklahoma, and one we were sure proud of. That's our lead off there, one we think's got a tremendous upside on down the road. Our second rounder will be the other belted male. He's actually the first pig we've had out of a boar that we have there at the house. That's a tricked out son, a tricked out never before. And then his mother would be a safe word that we gathered up a few years ago. Another pig that kind of fits like a Kansas City size deal, we think. And then the last rounder there would be the Spot. He's a universal loudmouth. His mother had, I believe, a pair of males make the Texas Major sale lineup last year. I believe one at Houston and one at San Antonio. Another one that we just kind of held back for this deal as far as our Spot male group went this time. If you have any questions or anything on this trio, though, you can find Jared or I in the back, and we'd love to get them out or talk to you about them again. Thanks, Garrett and Claire, for having us back, though.
The next two in here would be Thomas's. Brought a nice pair of chromed up male pigs. Here's LJ. Tell you what they are.
Well, thanks, Garrett, for having Kevin and I. Kevin's actually in Florida judging a show, so I'll talk his too. This pair would actually be litter mates. They would be last minutes back on a King of the Hill sow. We're going to lead with the kind of bigger one. I don't know what his number is. I think he's what lot is he? 121, whatever. So did you sleep with the little one? What's the little one's number? 106. Well, so do you want to run them that way or you want to run them backwards? All right, we're going to run them how they're tagged. Both barrows we think are good. This big barrow is probably going to make Dallas a little easier. Could go later into the fall. That little barrow, one that we like a good deal. Not going to promise you that he's going to be a Dallas pig. That thing's plenty little. Looks like he could feed all the way into December or January. Neat young sow. We used that last minute deal. Worked pretty good there for us at the farm. That's the pair.
The next pair in here would be Richie's, and Richie was kind of a late addition there. JD actually asked me if he could bring a pair, and Tyler called, said he had a pair set back that he liked a whole bunch. He didn't let us down. I like this pair, very, very good deal.
Well, thanks, Garrett and Claire, for the invite. We brought two down. We're going to lead off with the sock-footed pig, be a tricked out, blurred, don't shoot. That sow would have raised Brooklyn Skittles Reserve Light Cross at Coba. She was the 8th outlight at the city, sold for $10,000 to Laird. The belted pig be the second round pig. He's a backdrop, stay classy, never before. That sow would have been a mate to Gavin Strike's 4th out hamp there in OYE in 21. That sow's done a lot of good for us. We really like this pair of pigs. Think they'll feed. Once again, thanks guys for the invite.
I guess that'll be the next two pins in here will be Soko. Soko will be Chase Rushton from Colorado. He'd have bought our exchange lot last time and since has became a good friend. I think he brought us a nice set. Here's Chase to tell you what he brought.
Thanks, Garrett and Claire, for inviting me down. Wanted to hold a few of my favorites back for this deal. For some of them look a little bigger than some of the others in the barn. I feel like they should still fit that Dallas deal, and Kansas City is what I think. The get the two 22-liter bears in here would be no problems on a cruel gilt or sow or second litter. In her first litter, she had a couple sale qualifiers, one at San Antonio and one at Houston. This deal clicked really well. I think that really like the way those things read from a maturity standpoint and just feature and look. We had some no problems in this winter set. One got third in the last class dark crosses at OYE and ended up 25th overall for the darks. And I think that deal, those things will feed well and mature the way you want them to. Then we go to that 12-liter pig. He looks a little bigger here than he did at home, I guess. I thought he would still, I think that thing still feeds for a long time. It's out of a good no moss sow that had the reserve middleweight at our state fair last year and has had a couple class winners at Houston in 2 previous litters. So I think if you have any questions, come back and give me a visit or hit me up, and we'll see if I can answer any other questions. The 2 others coming in here would be litter 23s. They'd be same mating as the 22s. I have 3 of those cruel sows, and they go back to an out-of-line sow that's responsible for probably 90% of my winning in the last few years. And these cruels are the first daughters of that out-of-line sow going. Their brother would have won the lightweights at our state fair 2 years ago, and in this gilt's first litter, she had the reserve Division III San Antonio other cross. He was a no stranger cruel. I mean, this no problem deal's no stranger, and quite frankly, his brother that Roger Lacey bought at Major League. So that deal matches pretty, I mean, almost a rebreed, but not quite. I think those things are going to grow. They're pretty predictable, and with the way they're going to finish out. I mean, I like their look, squareness, good hip and hind legs, plenty of feature, and it seems like those no problems mature with more bone, and just think they're into January's. I mean, probably going to need to be watched a little bit there, but still think they got their end point needs to be Dallas, Kansas City type deal. They'll stretch out to there, in my opinion. Guess that wraps up what I've brought down here. Thanks for having me, and if you have any questions, come find me in the back. Thanks.
Thanks, Chase. The next 2 in here would be C-C. Be Chris Holman. Chris Holman's been buying pigs here. He bought them from Gabe when Gabe had it, and the trend has continued, and he still buys them. He had a very good year a year ago, and it was good this time too. I think he brought us some nice. He brought 4 of them that look good. A pair of them that'll be here in the next pen that I liked a bunch. This pair is no slouch. Here's Chris to tell you what he thinks about them.
Well, thanks, Garrett and Claire, for having us. These 2 here, I guess the belted pig will be in the second round. These are litter mates. We bought a tricked out female from Gabe here at the same sale last year, and these are next tricked outs. 3 phenomenal females that at the house aren't going to go anywhere. They'll be shown. I don't think these aren't going to grow too quick. So November, December, January, just don't get in a hurry. next two spots, we're gonna lead off with the whiter 16-6. Comes out of another female that I bought from Gabe about a year and a half ago. It's a baby pig. I guess grandma's a litter mate to the champion spot at Texas Elite 21 that MT Hart raised. Sired by Boombox. The 15 litter male is also sired by Boombox. Repeat mating. That's a 31 litter Laudermilk sow. She's a mate to the Dora and Geyer Gilts at Expo, I think 2 expos ago. They just hung countless banners in the Midwest. That pig's a full sib to a boar I have at the house called Hear Me Now that we raised last go around.
Next one in here will be JD, and I guess he got done dancing this morning, so he decided to show up. He brought a pair here. He sold littermates to both of these, littermate brothers to both of these last weekend at Lackey's. They were very, very well received. I think this pair is very good. JD will tell you a little more about them and go in a little depth, I'm sure.
So I won't take a lot of time here. When Garrett asked me to come to this sale, and I started thinking about what I was going to bring. I honestly didn't have a Barra probably that I was proud enough of to load up and bring down here. So I loaded up 4 gilts that we had set back to make sows out of. And brothers to both of these gilts in the ring were very good, got good homes. It'll certainly be exciting to see how those end. Spot gilt here is a parity. Sow there is a bred we bought from Jervis and Mays a few years ago that's done a great job for us. And then the blue pig there is a Judgment Day Young Love. Mama there's a first timer, but certainly one we're going to try to build around moving forward. So I like this pair of gilts quite a bit. Probably shouldn't have been for sale, but figured if we were going to come to the pig sale, we'd bring something we'd like to have somebody see and show. Next two coming out here, these are sired by Icon there at Hofschulte's. Sow here is a hero, never before. She'd be a litter mate to the reserve heavy crossbred Barra at OIE last time. Again, a pair here that we probably didn't have exactly sale ready in terms of having them jet black and all those things. These were just going to stay on the grower and end up being sows at our place. But I think some neat gilts there, kind of dual purpose things. It can be show gilts, make sows. So if you want to talk about them in the back, come find me after we get done eating.
Good work.
They were still taking family pictures when I left. I'll go figure out this spot deal and I'll text you. That's yours. Yeah, you told me to fill that message out. Then I started to look at it and your phone was locked, so I didn't do it.
The next two in would be All-Star. LJ would be a very good friend of mine. I think he brought a good pair. This spot gilt, if my memory serves me correct, he's never sold a gilt out of this sow. He sold a mate brother last weekend at Lackey's. That was very well received. I know his mom hadn't missed often, if ever. Good pair here.
Again, thanks, Garrett, for having us. We're going to start with the red Barra. That'd be a main man back on a deal with it, sow. That sow actually wins a class at OIE there a couple years ago for Penley and his crew. I think that Barra works extremely good for Dallas. Going to be probably a Class 1, Class 2 type deal. If you're looking for a Kansas City pig, Louisville pig, I think that one works. And then like you said on the spot gilt, one that I really didn't plan on ever letting go. I've never sold a sow out of that, or a gilt out of that particular sow. That one's raised pretty much any spot that we've ever had win. Touches that one there. One that I think will just continue to get better and better. She's aged right. You could take her on to Phoenix if you wanted to. one that's going to just keep getting stouter and better. We like this pair. Like I said, you're going to start with the red one, finish with the spot gilt.
After we get LJ's pig out of here, the next four in would be Knauf's, the set that he brought down. He brought them last weekend, and they've been here all week, and I think it's a nice set. His leadoff would be the one kind of that's walking towards the corner, the one with a little extra hair. He would be tag 3. I guess that would be 103. He'd be 133-2. Next play, Rule 21. And then the second pig he'll sell is the traditionally belted one. He doesn't have white feet, doesn't have a white rear foot. That'd be 133-3, be a mate to his leadoff. Another next play, Rule 21. The next two in here would be kind of the last two of Knauf's. Tag 117 would be the one that she's on now. He'd be a 138 litter, quite frankly. Rule 21. I know Kyle was excited about that one, and he's pretty notorious for putting the one that he likes the most, maybe in the second round, maybe even the third. I do like that pig. 133 would be the last one that he's going to sell, which would be more the traditionally belted one with one right rear leg. He'd be another, quite frankly, play cool 131-3. Kyle's not here, but I want to thank him for sending a nice set. I guess we'll be the last 9 here to come through. The first 3 be all 8 litters. They'd be all mine. Gangster, Carol's mom. Their mother would be a litter mate to the champion Hampshire that McCormick's crew would have had at Fort Worth a year ago. Also a mate to the mother of these would have been reserve cross gilt at Fort Worth. She won her class at San Antonio. Got along good kind of throughout her whole life. The belted one here to my right will be 8-6. I don't know exactly what tag that is. he would be 8'6". He'd be tag 31. The more painted up one would be tag 131, and then the other one, the gilt, would be tag 128. The next three in here, the belted one there that's kind of to the left would be 12-4. He'd be a soul, never before. Soul, never before. He'd be tag 13. The other two would be tag 1, or I guess it'd be 101 would be the half belted one. That'll be the leadoff here this afternoon. And then 81-5 would be kind of the wilder marked one to my right. That would be tag 12. Those would both be next intention, never before. Their mother would be Charm, and to be honest with you, every pig that we've had win over the last couple years goes back to that sow one way or another. She does it to a high degree every time. I don't know if she's missed yet. I like this pair as much as any of them. Our leadoff ranks up there with the best of them that she's had, in my opinion. These will be the last three that are going to come through the preview here today. These will be the final three, obviously, for us. They'll have the food out here just momentarily. And back to these, kind of the smallest one of the group, that might be the widest one of the group, will be a Judgment Day jackhammer. Their mom would have been the leadoff at Established West. I guess that would have been a year ago. Would have gave like $16,000 for her. She came from Wagee. And from the looks of her first litter, she's going to get to stay around a minute. I like that pig. I think he's got a long shelf life. The one there in the middle, or that last one, 5'8", would be the second pig we're going to sell. Be tag 11. The one here in the middle would be tag 21, 29. 129 would be the gilt we're going to sell, or the other one of the gilts that we're going to sell. She'd be a 1 litter. I think she's 1-5. Be a next intention in game, never before. So the mother of the 12s. Sorry, that's completely wrong. But she'd be a next in game. Tag 129. She'd be a mate to our leadoff at Lackey's last weekend, the Calico pig that brings like 7,000. I like that gilt. She is a little skinnier than some of the others, but I do like that pig. 4-7 would be the last pig that we're going to sell in the first round. Tag 14, be a come on backdrop. We sold another mate to him last weekend that brings like 4,500 at the exclusive. We sold some online that were sold very well. I held on to this one for a minute because I was hoping one day his tail might come up. His tail isn't perfect for you guys online that are watching. It does want to sit to the side a shade, but he's stout and he's sound. I do like that pig. This will be the kind of the wrap-up of our set, I guess, of the whole preview. I think there's a good set of pigs in the barn behind us. If you have any questions, feel free to look up us, the breeders, anything you need, please let us know. The food will be out here shortly. Again, guys, thanks everybody for coming.